Have you ever watched a Senate hearing and thought, wow, this can't be real? That's exactly what happened when Senator John Kennedy took the mic to question President Biden's latest judicial nominee, Ms. Clark. Nominated for the Southern District of New York, one of the most powerful benches in the country, Ms. Clark's confirmation hearing turned into a legal pop quiz. And let's just say, it didn't go well. Senator Kennedy started with the basics. Can you tell me the appellate standard of review? Silence. Ms. Clark hesitated.
If you wish.
Thank you, my friend. Congratulations to all of you. I hope to be able to ask each of you some questions, but I do want to stay within my my time limit. Let's start with Ms. Clark. You've been nominated by President Biden, served on the federal district court, which means, of course, that the Court of Appeal is going to review all of your decisions. What is the appellate standard of review for question of fact?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I have not worked on an appeal in my 14 years of experience. I believe that it is reviewed based on abuse of discretion would be this.
No, it's clear error.
Clear error.
As the federal district court judge, you're going to have a lot of discretion on determining facts. How about if somebody appeals one of your decision and they say you made a mistake on the law? What's the appellate standard of review?
Thank you for the question, Senator. Again,
You're welcome.
I mentioned, I have not worked on appeals. If a question like that came before me, I would thoroughly research the law. I understand that there's de novo review, abuse of discretion, and clear error are the different standards.
Glanced at her notes and then admitted she couldn't recall. Ouch, but Kennedy wasn't done. He went deeper. What about SEC Rule 10b-5? For anyone in law, that's first-year stuff, like knowing how to tie your shoes. But again, Ms. Clark stumbled, offering only vague generalities and honestly more confusion than clarity.
All right, well, you've been nominated for the Southern District, I think. Is that right?
That is correct.
So you'll see a lot of securities cases?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what SEC Rule 10b-5 is.
That's a rule that deals with fraud. I have not litigated a securities matter. If I were to confront one, I would thoroughly research Second Circuit and Supreme Court precedent, and I would apply the law to the facts.
Ms. Clark, you've been nominated to the Southern District of New York. It's where most of our securities cases are litigated. And SEC Rule 10b-5 is about as basic as you can get. You want to take another crack at that and tell me what Rule 10b-5 does?
Thank you again for the question, Senator. I regularly confront new issues of law in my practice, and when I do, I thoroughly research the issue.
I know you're going to thoroughly research it, but are you telling me today you don't know what Rule 10b-5 is?
I only have that basic understanding.
Now imagine this. The person who couldn't define a fundamental securities law is expected to oversee cases involving billion-dollar frauds and constitutional rights. These aren't just technicalities. These are the building blocks of our legal system. Kennedy kept his cool, but didn't let up.
Judge Slaughter, I'm sorry. Let me see here. Judge, you're on the Superior Court of California?
Yes, Senator, thank you.
Right, okay. I see where you've done a lot of speaking about diversity, which I support. Is the Superior Court of California, in your judgment, systemically racist?
Thank you for your question, Senator. That is a question, I think, for policymakers. And as a sitting judge, any matter that could be an impending or pending matter, I cannot answer that.
Let me stop you, Judge, because I've heard this song before. I will stipulate that I don't want to ask how you're going to rule on a case. I'm just trying to get to know y'all, and I just want your opinion. You're there now, so you've had some experience. Do you think it's systemically racist or not?
Thank you for your question. As a sitting judge, I cannot prejudge issues, and that's the type of issue that could come before me as a judge. But I can't tell you the methodology that I would use, and it'd be similar to the nearly 8 years
Let me ask you this. You're not going to answer the question, Judge, and I really think that's a mistake. That I know y'all are coached, and I get all that. But I really think it's a mistake not to answer stuff straight up and to hide behind this business of, well, I'll research the law and all that. And I get it. I mean, it happens in Republican administrations too. But our job is to try to get to know you. Do you think that America is mostly good or mostly bad?
Thank you for your question, Senator.
You're welcome.
Mostly good.
Each question was a chance for Clark to show her chops, but each answer, or lack of one, raised more eyebrows. By the end, the tension in that room was thicker than a New York law textbook. So here's my question to you. Should someone who can't answer basic legal questions hold one of the country's most influential judicial seats? Is this what judicial excellence looks like, or is it a warning sign? Hit that subscribe button for more courtroom drama and real talk from Washington's halls of power. And let me know, would you trust your case to this nominee? This is Red Seat Secrets, exposing the stories behind the bench.